Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Wow. You know what? This is actually a lot smoother than the other day, isn't it, Lexi?
way smoother.
Well, you know what, folks, the reason why it's so much smoother is thank we have some really talented um, people who run the technology behind the scenes. There's lots of them, and I should probably just list them all out in my, I guess, my obituary is what I need to do. But I want to say thank you, Lumiere, also known as Jason, for just helping make this really, really smooth. Um, Also, it does help when we do a tech run 3 hours before to make sure everything's working. Yeah. All right. So, Alexi, hey everybody. I just wanted to so my name is Rennie Araucto. I'm the president at Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. I'm presuming you can all hear me. And so it's I really am so glad that you're joining us today. There's so many cool things to talk about today, and we have some plans to do a lot of cool things over the next year, but also to be able to make this a little more consistent thing because I have somebody who is going to be kicking my butt every week to make sure we have content. That is what I call the my beloved friend Lexi. Lexi, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lexi Benningson. I have joined Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and my job is to kick Rennie's butt. Um, no, I'm a creative producer here, and that also ties into all of our content. If you've been getting responses on our social media comments, 9 times out of 10, it's probably me you're talking to when you're talking to Zombie Orpheus Entertainment on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that jazz. So I'm excited to be here. I've been a longtime fan, so being a part of it is really exciting for me. And yeah, I'm just happy to see y'all.
Yeah, it's um the reality is, folks, the, knowing how the sausage gets made is not any but nobody most people don't want to know that, but some people find it interesting. The reality is that uh, I have to do a lot and to keep the ship running, and the fact is that a lot of balls get dropped because I have to prioritize by fire and I have a finite amount of resource. um, so I'm gathering together highly capable people who can supplement the areas where my weaknesses aren't as good as their strengths. So they basically do awesome stuff. So I have several people who are doing that. Right now, Lexi is um, really active on social media, and she's also going to be helping me make sure that a lot of these projects are moving forward in specific ways to pay attention to some of the details that I just don't have the cycles to do. So that's going to be lovely. So there's Alexi. Also behind the scenes, as I said, we have our wonderful mods on Discord. So if you are not on our Discord server, you should. There is the Zombie Orpheus Discord server, and I suspect that one of our mods, one of the audience members, will be getting that up in some time so that you know how to get onto our server. But we have a whole crew of moderators on Discord, and we have tech crew, we have media, social media people like Lexi and Brian who are engaging you. So we have a lot of people involved to make this happen, and I deeply appreciate it all.
It's really exciting. It's an exciting group. And I mean, I came into this, right at the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. So 2025 though was a big year for you behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was there's been a lot going on in 2025. A lot of stress, and a lot of joy, a lot of cool things going on. And you're going to be discovering today some of the fruit of our labors. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go back and look at 2025 and talk about some of the things that went really well, some of the things that may not have gone as planned, sort of the wonderful, sort of a retrospective, if you will. And then we're going to talk about 2026 and where we're heading. I'm really excited. And one of the things that I was really struggling with was how much to share, not because I don't want to, but because there is so much. And so I think what's more important is that we have a more consistent cadence of coming to you and telling you stuff on a weekly basis and letting you know that as of today, we have a lot of amazing things that are going to be happening over the next 12 months. And I don't want to reveal everything today. So next week, you can come back and find out some more, and the week after, and that, and so on, so on, and so forth. So with that, should we jump right into things there, Lexi?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All
Pull back
right.
the curtain a little bit for everyone. I mean, this company is so based on the fans and fan involvement and fan support. I just think that this is such a cool opportunity to really keep building that connection.
Yeah, yeah, and I do appreciate all of your support, and your interest. I am always available to answer questions. I'm willing to answer. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to those answers, but again, that's why I have Lumiere and why I have Merck and I have the mods and I have Lexi to sort of prod me and say, "Hey, listen, you got to answer this." So I am interested in answering your questions, and that is also what this is about. So at the end of our session today, we're going to have a Q&A, right, Lexi? Is that right?
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
great. Well, with that in mind, I think we'll go to my little presentation that I put together to talk about where we are. Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool, cool. All right, let's go. So, first thing, our company is called Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. And if you don't know where that came from, Orpheus is part of Greek mythology. And one of the and he is a tragic character, but he also brought music and things in defiance of the gods to people. And when he was trying to get out of Hades uh, with with his beloved, one of the rules was he was going to be allowed to help her get out, but he must not ever look back. And unfortunately, he did, and by doing so, it cursed her. Well, I've been thinking about that, about Orpheus and how we're zombie Orpheus, which is the idea of, Orpheus resurrected. And I think it was so clever. It was such a clever idea that Ben put together. But, there's a lot of nuance to this idea, a lot of depth to it that I've been pondering. And so I have these three ideas. The first one is keep looking forward. We have so much opportunity in front of us. So that's 2026 is about keeping looking forward. But we need to love what's behind us because who we are today is absolutely related to what has come behind us, the great things and the not so great things. And one of the things that I do want to continue to do is to share with you the struggles, the trials, and the failures that we have because we learn from them and what we're doing as we move forward. So that's pretty exciting to me. And finally, it's don't look back. In other words, love it, understand what it does for you, but don't look back, look forward. And that is sort of key. However, we do have this retrospective. And so let's talk about what did happen in 2025. So I'll when I was putting these slides together, my brain said, I don't think you did much in 2025, Rennie. And that's because I'm so actively involved in the development of what's going on in 2026. But actually, there's been quite a bit that's happened in 2025. So the first sort of big thing in my world that I feel like happened in 2025 um, was the JQ4 backer kit release, and that happened in April. But the reality is that wasn't the first thing. I just popped it there because that was a major milestone in my world. And the reason why it's a major milestone is, as many of you or all of you know, we crowdfunded Journey Quest 4 back in 2019, right? That's a long time ago. And there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, and a lot of struggles in getting JQ4 moving forward and all the way to the very end. I do have some good news around that though, so we'll hit that in a minute. But that's why it was such a major milestone for me. But actually, earlier in 2025, we had Gamers the Series Season 2 production. We actually began shooting Gamers 2 back in 2024 in October, and then jumped into February of 2025. So that actually happened before Journey Quest 4 and the backer kit release. So we've sent out the surveys to everybody around April. We started collecting information, and lo and behold, something happened. Only 45% of people responded. Hmm. That created a problem for Rennie because I can't really do much around credits until I get a lot of information from people. And so it took quite a bit for us to hit that 80% threshold of surveys returned. But we did. We got them. We are able to get the credits into our into Journey Quest 4. And so that's a thing. And we'll talk a little bit more about JQ4 in a bit. Some other things that happened. Incognita's Infamous Adventure Season 1. We released that. Rennie, what the heck is Incognita's Infamous Adventure? Well, glad you asked. By the way, Lexi, that was you. You were supposed to ask that question. I didn't tell, I didn't tell you that. Well, glad you asked. Glad you asked. Back in 2022, I went to a film festival, the Starable Fest, and I met this lady, Sarah Bailey, who was the writer, director, and producer on this wonderful superhero musical featuring Incognita. And so we got to talking. It turns out she actually really loves Zoe and the stuff that we've done. And so I said, listen, I would love you to be part of the family, to be part of the Zoe umbrella. We want to bring that in as one of the things that we do. And so, sure enough, we are now we're partners, and we're partnering in getting Incognita Infamous Adventures Season 1 out and more. So we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. The next thing is partnering with AFK and Epically Casual's Peter Haynes from New Zealand. Peter is incredibly talented animator, director, writer, storyteller, and we've partnered to do some animated content. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute too. So excited about that. And also partnering with Mercedes Lackey, specifically around helping to get out merchandise for her, books and pins and lots of fun stuff. And just on a side note, we're doing that as a proxy for Ben Dobbins. So Ben has left Zombie Orpheus a few years ago, but Ben's working with Mercedes Lackey and asked Zoe to partner with them so that we can help get that stuff out. So that's great. So it's nice to have sort of to work with Ben again. So that's wonderful. Oh, and then on one more thing, I wrote 3 new pins. So from a merch perspective, this is very, very, very exciting to me. And 3 new pins. So I'm going to show you what they look like in a minute. But we actually did 3 new pins for Gen Con, which are available to purchase. By the way, in development in 2025 is a new Demon Hunters movie. Talkie Orcs Season 2. Well, Rennie, what is Talkie Orcs? I don't even know about Season 1. That's Peter Haynes' thing. So going back here, you'll see that second from the bottom line, partnering with AFK's Peter Haynes. Peter created a series called Talkie Orcs, and I've essentially purchased it. And so then we've been developing and writing new scripts for Talkie Orcs Season 2. They're very short. They're between 3 and 7 minutes long. They're just animated shorts featuring Ragnar and Bulgo, orcs that sit in a tower and make commentary about things. It's very funny. It's very charming, and I'm in love with it. I'm personally obsessed with it. So yeah, we are into animation now. So that's pretty great. When are we going to release Talkie Orcs Season 1? This is the question. Actually, it'll be, I hope to get it out next week, actually. They're ready. They're all ready. I have to get one signature on a piece of paper, to make sure I can release that thing, but season 1's all ready, and season 2 is mostly ready. I think we have 11 out of 12 episodes ready to go. So that's very exciting. So, yeah, be ready. Stay tuned for some really cool stuff. Well, maybe we'll do a little launch party or something around it. In development also is Incognita's Infamous Adventure Season 2. Sarah will talk a little bit about that a little bit later. We did some live shows at Gen Con, and there's some new live shows that are in development. And in addition, I'm working with a very well-known board game designer, and he this person also actually is the executive producer of Hearthstone. If you know anything about Blizzard's game Hearthstone, he runs Hearthstone, and he's a friend of mine, and so he's developing a cooperative board game for Zoe with me on that. So, I really hope to get that out sooner rather than later. And we'll see how that goes too. That's exciting. Yay. And finally, here is what the pins look like. So these are 3 different pins that are available. We have the beloved 8-bit purple ninja, and the 8-bit series is going to be a series of pins of various characters in their glorious 8-bit form. So we will be doing some surveys. We'll be doing some querying about what you want to see in 8-bit. A, are you interested? And B, who would you like to see in 8-bit form? We also have on the right Fireball. And this comes from Journey Quest 4. If you saw the trailer, Perf is holding a fireball, right? About to cast it. But here's something really funny. It was I hired somebody to do these things, and I didn't realize that it says Zoe at the bottom of the pin. I did not know this until like months later, and somebody said, "That's the coolest thing. It says Zoe." Oh boy, what? Oh, it does. So, uh, right? I know it's so smart, but no, I'm dumb. And then last, we have a new series of cheat codes. The pin series is called Pin Video Game Cheat Codes. And so, yeah, here's one of them, and hopefully, if you know, you know. That's all I'll have to say. So, yeah, these are for sale, folks. So, we'll be we can get them for you. Get them out for you. Uh, we will be making more pins around these for Gen Con. All right. So that was 2025, but let's talk about 2026. Before I hit this next slide, I need to apologize very strongly to all the designers out there, KVH, like all of you. I'm just I feel horrible. Like you can't even read this slide. It's just the worst. But oh my god, you're so
That's
kind.
really
But
not that bad.
oh, oh, it's just I can't. Oh my god. So, 2026, what's going on? I'm going to divide these up into quarters, like what's happening in Q1, Q2, Q3 through 4. My apologies to all of you for sounding like I'm some corporate weenie, but the reality is, it's much better to talk in larger frames as quarters, as opposed to saying in January we're going to do this in February, because sometimes things slip. So it does give me a little bit of slippage, but also sets a level of expectation. So that's why I do it. Quarter one. What are we going to do in Q1? First thing is we are going to release Talkie Orcs. Talkie Orcs. We are going to be releasing more Gamers Live from the last couple of years that we've done. And in case you're wondering, we're also going to be making Gamers Live available on DVD and Blu-ray. We're going to be selling them in combo sets as well. Incognita's Infamous Adventure Season 2 Live. What the heck, Rennie, is that? Well, we are going to be going to crowdfunding to get funding to do the second season. And in order to do that, we are actually going to start the beginning of the campaign on March 10th, and we are doing an Incognito Infamous Adventure season 1 live. Oh, it says season 2 live, doesn't it? It's meant season 1. It's actually season 1 live. We're actually gonna be doing a live version of that. So Sarah and the entire cast is gonna be singing live the movie while the movie is playing. So that'll be pretty glorious and fun. We'll also be doing crowdfunding for that. We are going to wrap up JQ4 fulfillment. What? Well, yes. So what happened on December 31st? We sent out the digital download codes to all the backers who filled out the surveys. So we did release JQ4 to all the backers. We did that in 2025. I literally did it at 10 p.m. Pacific time while I was at a New Year's Eve party. They were like, "Rennie, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to do something important for the fans." So, yeah, JQ4 is out there, but all the goods are not, and the digital fulfillment is still in process. So we what are we waiting for? The one thing I'm waiting for is I needed to get the DVD Blu-ray package wraparounds, the design for that from the designer, but the designer needed the template, and we've been waiting on the template, and I got the template last week, so they should have that, and they're working on the cover, right? So there you go. The other thing that we're going to be doing in Q1 is ZOE Podcast Untitled, which is not the title of the ZOE Podcast. It is ZOE Podcast Something Clever. Fill in the blank here. So we'll be doing that in Q1. We actually recorded the first episode, but we called it one thing, and then I didn't like it. So I went to dub it in, and then I didn't like that. So yes, Lexi is killing me because Lexi tells me that it's better to put out something than nothing. So yeah, okay, fine, Lexi. Talk. I know, right? All right, and we'll see though, Lexi, if you think your opinion about this is true, it's possible that the entire audience right now is like paying attention to what I'm saying is like, dear God, get this guy off the stream. It's possible. Shh, Ixnay on the Evelay. All right, let's move on before we lose everybody. All right, next one. For Q2, yeah, see, no Q2 on there. This is what I'm saying. Just quality control has gone downhill, Lexi. Sure, let's do that. I think I would love to do that. It is possible that we might need to give a little bit of heads up to our producer, so our tech producer. So, is Sarah available, and are we ready to make that magic happen?
Right.
If she's here, we're ready to go. Lexi, can I get you to say something?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Can
think
can the rest of the world hear you now? Because your audio disappeared for a second, and it
oh
was
no.
my end, not yours.
Mm.
Well, I, for one, am
Okay.
very, very excited to have Sarah here with us. We asked her to pop in again tonight after the launch party live stream that we did on Tuesday, because we are working hand in hand with her to promote this show that I'm really excited about. After discovering it, I think season 2 is going to be even better than season 1 already was. So we actually do have Sarah here with us and a teaser trailer that we could watch together.
Woo!
Ooh. So, hey, Sarah.
Hi, can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yes, you sound glorious. Why don't you, for people who have not, were not here on the last stream we did a couple days ago, why don't you share a little bit about you? Uh-oh. So before Sarah jumps in, she made it so everybody should know. Sarah lives in Nashville. She's the creator and producer and writer and composer of Incognita's Infamous Adventures, a glorious superhero musical. She lives in Nashville, and there's a horrible cold snap going through, and up north and down south, and so she's on her phone right now, and that's why we're off of video, is so that she could sound okay, but it's sounding like there might be some issues technically.
And she has been so gracious to even log on and try to make this work with everything happening in those
Yeah.
regions. So, I heard her.
Yeah, did you hear me?
Yes.
Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, good. I'm back. Okay. Yes, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be joining you. Yes, it is absolutely a blizzard. My entire yard is a block of ice. So I'm sorry if I get robot voice, although robot voice ended up being like a big hit the other night. So maybe we like robot voice. But I'm really excited to be here. I love Zoe so much. Rennie, is it too much to tell that story
No,
again that I
please.
told?
I know half of us
Okay,
haven't heard
cool.
it, so it's good.
So, Incognita began as a final thesis for my master's degree, and then it just exploded into this massive thing that grew and grew and grew and is its own entity now. And as we have this amazing family because of that, but when I was submitting my proposal to my dissertation committee, you have to give comps for whatever that project is going to be. And so I on this PowerPoint that I made, and I still have the PowerPoint. I need to give it to Rennie and Lexi so that they can show it. But on my comp page, it was Dr. Horrible sing along blog and Journey Quest. And I like it was
Woohoo.
always just this enormous inspiration to me, right? And so it was so crazy because we make the show, we get into these film festivals, we're traveling it was amazing. We had an amazing film festival run. We're going all over the United States doing this. We go to this one in LA, and I sit down at this panel, and they're like, and welcome Zombie Orpheus, this is Rennie Araucto. And I thought I was going to like jump out of my seat. And I was like, don't be weird, don't be weird, don't be weird. So like very cautiously approach Rennie at the food truck. And I'm like, hi. It was the most amazing thing. And so to get to pair with Zoe is just, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
Aw. It's definitely a blessing. One of the greatest things about working with Lexi is she has an insane amount of energy. She is always positive. She is a can-do
Mhm,
person. She
mhm.
has this well of musical knowledge, and I'm working with her on another musical right now, and it's so great to just have somebody, to be able to work with somebody who is so
Woohoo!
prolific. And it's a beautiful relationship.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's a fun thing. Yes. Yeah. So we are, Sarah, we're working on season 2. Where are we with that right now?
Yes, we are about to launch the crowdfunding campaign for that. It already exists. It's being refined. The screenplay already exists. The songs, for a large part, already exist. Although what some of those songs become may be dependent on what you guys want. If you want to, contribute to the crowdfunding campaign, and what that looks like. So join the backer kit. You put your email address there, and then you can weigh in on, maybe we get some, you know, Zoe favorites, as what if we could get somebody to sing? Like, what if we could get Perf to sing a song? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this is the thing. One of the things we're going to be doing is we are currently active in what they call the launch party on BackerKit, which allows us to collaborate with the community to determine the types of rewards you'd like to see for a
Mm-hmm.
successful campaign. Sarah brought up the fact that we do have Zoe has several very talented musicians and singers, and I think people who've expressed interest, certainly Christian Doyle has expressed interest, Matt
Mhm.
Mansell has expressed interest, uh,
Mhm.
uh, Emily Ramalshimkus has expressed interest. There are more people. I've expressed interest. There's
Yes.
I was gonna say, same.
there's been people
Rennie and I keep pitching our karaoke version of the entire soundtrack.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, but would be pretty great, right? Wouldn't you love to see like a Christian Doyle doing a part in the movie? I think you would. So, these are things that we would like to have your feedback on. What would motivate you to say, I want to back this? So, yeah,
Mhm.
that's very exciting. And so we're doing this live thing, right, Sarah? We're doing this live thing,
Yes.
and
Oh,
you
yes. So, yeah, yeah. Do you want me to talk some more about that? I would love to.
Well, so I think you did this up in New York, right? Like tell us a little about
Yes.
that.
We've done the live show multiple places. We've been like contracted by theaters to do it, and it's always just an incredible experience. We it's like think um Rocky Horror, but you could take your kids to it kind of thing, where we yes, the film is playing, and we are on the stage while the dialogue and the scenes are happening and all of this. But when the musical numbers begin, we, the original cast, stand up and we sing the songs. The audio cuts out of the track of the film, and so we sing it live. And it is a hoot. It is so much fun. It's very interactive, and my very favorite thing is when we have people that are singing along. The best ever.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it I know I love it when, I'm wandering around Gen Con and I see people dressed up in our characters' costumes,
Oh my
right? I
gosh,
can only imagine
yes.
how glorious it is for you to hear the audience singing along to your
Oh,
show.
the best. The It's the most incredible thing. I got to be careful when that happens, because I'll start crying.
So, Sarah, how many songs are going to be in the new show?
Yeah, so at least as many as season one. I'm thinking more. The other thing that's happened, and this happened in season one as well, is that for the version that it goes in the series, in the show, I had several songs that had a version that was in the show, and then a longer version that was released to streaming platforms. And so it was like a special bonus verse or whatever. And that has happened a lot more as I've been writing the songs for season two. Like there's a lot of extra content where it's like a song that I'm writing will be a mashup between this scene and this scene. But as I write them, I'm like, well, I want to write the rest of both of those songs. So it's this really cool thing where, yes, there's a storytelling that happens for the purpose of the show, but then also we have this extra stuff to release as for Spotify and all of this stuff, and for when we do the Broadway musical.
The Broadway. You know what you should do is you should do like what The Hobbit did in Lord of the Rings, which is the extended version. So what you need is
Yes.
like you need a version of the song that's audience tolerable, right? That's like three or four
Yes.
verses, three verses, but then you have like the 9 verse version of it
Oh
as
my gosh.
well, right?
Yes, and that will have everything to do with the what that means is we need extra filming days. So we need to go past our like goal for the kids
Stretch
for
goals.
stretch goals. Stretch goals, stretch goals.
So, well, excellent. Well, so everybody, Sarah is working actively on season 2, and you
Yes.
will see her at Gen Con. We'll talk more about that as as we progress. She's also going to be involved in, I think there's a Demon Hunters thing. Tell me about that.
Okay. Oh, what can I tell them? Oh my gosh. Um, I am so excited about this project. And it was funny because when Rennie and I started talking about it, it was like I went away from that first conversation and two songs immediately just fell out of me. And then that sort of happened every time we talk. I've got this another like crazy idea for this other song and it writes part of itself. And I'm like, hold on, wait. And then, all these very like heart stabbing moments for reprises. You have to have the reprise where the thing comes back again. And I'm like, my word, that is sad. And it's like the best kind of, yeah, I'm
We
so excited.
To put some context around this, for those of you who don't know, Sarah and I are working on a Demon Hunters musical, and we announced it
Yes.
at Gen Con last year. It's called The Moonbinder, and there's a lot more to it. We'll release more as we have some stuff to share. But that's very, very exciting. And we're going to be the intent is to shoot it in Nashville, in my area in Southern California, and up in Seattle, because we have sort of 3 different stories that we're merging together. So that's very exciting.
Mhm.
But Sarah, I also was told that you played part of the Demon Hunters role-playing game. Is that right?
Oh my gosh, yes. And so I am the one that like is the lurker in the Discord and in the like whatever. I watched all of the, let's plays of the Demon Hunters like on the Zoe YouTube, and I've watched all of them. And so I'm the one that like somebody asked a question in the Discord about, hey, what was the episode where they did the thing? And I was like, it was this one. And they're like, wow, Sarah's a super fan. I love the Demon Hunters game, and also I get to play it again in February. I think the next I'm on the list to
February 9th.
play. Yes, yeah, I'm so
Ooh.
excited.
Ooh, well, that's great, and that's live streamed, right? So you
Yeah.
can watch Sarah and her antics amongst all everybody else's
Yes.
antics.
Now I am not the best at it. I really love it. I love it, but I don't have a lot of experience. I'm not one of those fortunate people whose theater group also played a lot of D&D. So I got to like, which is most people. And I'm like, what? How did I
The
miss
Venn
out on
diagram is
that?
almost a circle for that. It's so true.
It's almost a circle. So how am I on the outside of it? But I watch it from a distance longingly and have for a long time. So I love it. I just be patient with me as I will make stupid ass mistakes.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Well, cool, Sarah. I'm so glad to have you here, and we're going to definitely have you on more. We love your energy, and it's such a great partnership to have you part of the Zoe family. So thank
I'm
you.
so thrilled. I'm over the moon. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Sarah.
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye. So let's jump back into what's going on now then with Q2. Oh yeah, let's do the trailer actually. Let's jump into the trailer.
Absolutely.
My made-up mind is unmaking.
Nobody has healing powers these days, and we could use a lot more people who did.
Look out!
She can heal him.
You can?
No, I can't.
There hasn't been a healing super in years.
Trying to know my place beyond a drop within a great big
It'll be ready in
pond.
plenty of time for Project Ring Around the Rosie.
I couldn't get the name out of my mind last night, so I spent all night digging around the darknet.
Does he still think that Adam's out there somewhere?
What kind of super are you?
I'm a mediocre version of my grandmother with less talent. I can't fix it. I can't heal.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I am too. And that's just a really great trailer. I'll be honest, like I only quickly skimmed it, and so I was able to enjoy that. And that's a great little teaser. I love it. Very good. Okay, well, let's let's jump back into where we are with 2026. Okay, I have a couple of really cool announcements next. Um, so Q2 coming in second quarter. Q2, yeah, what looks like there's white text now. It's a little better. Crazy how that happens. I like it looks a little better. Yeah, so we're going to also have Talkie Orcs season 3 crowdfunding campaign. We want to make it a little bigger. We want to get a little few more voices, and we want to do sort of a little bit larger of a story. Um, we have like basically 12 episodes already, and I want to get 12 more. So that's one of the things that's going to happen in Q2. In addition, we will have combo discs of many of our out of stock titles that we haven't out there, such as Humans and Households, now Natural One, I think Journey Quest Season One. There's a whole bunch of out of stock items that we need to have discs on, as well as the Gamers Live. Like, woohoo! Then we also have Journey Quest 4 merch. So after we sell, get the fulfillment completed for Journey Quest 4, we're going to have all that merch available too. So that's going to be very exciting. So lots of stuff for those of you who weren't part of the original campaign. In the third quarter, which is what, July, August, September, we are going to be releasing Gamers the Series Season 2. We're right in the post-production of that, so Season 2 will be released. And then we are going to Gen Con, where we're going to have a bunch of Gamers Live events at Gen Con. Woohoo! And that's where you're going to have me, and you're going to have all of the Gamers Live crew, all your favorites at the booth. I think Lexi is going to be there as well. Woohoo! So you're gonna meet, yeah, you'll be able to meet her if you haven't already. And we have a whole bunch of merch we're going to be releasing that time. So new pins, new modules, an RPG that I think needs to be coming out. We're also going to be diving into some jewelry, maybe some nail wraps. I mean, things for that we haven't really covered in the past. So I'm sort of excited about some of this stuff. And of course, if there's things that you would like to see that you think would be really, really popular, and maybe you're feeling like, you know what, we're not represented in a particular way. So, for example, there is not a lot of jewelry at Gen Con, but Gen Con has a huge female population, a massive one. So I think being able to provide things that lots of different people want to buy is probably a good idea. So it's an opportunity. And then fourth quarter, Gamers the Series Season 3, we hope to crowdfund for that so we can shoot it in 2027. Yet, but we'll have that the next few weeks. So that's 2026. Before I move on, is there any questions that have popped up around this that I need to answer?
Well, it does look like we do have some questions.
Okay.
The first one, of course, Rennie, the shadow.
The shadow.
The shadow. Okay. We have a question from YouTube about Journey Quest Season 5.
Yes. What's the question?
That is the question. So I would assume now that Season 4 is out there to our backers, now that it's kind of on our docket for this year to be doing the public release for it, is Journey Quest Season 5 something that you're thinking about, something people can be looking forward to?
Yeah. So I was actually, it's funny you should ask that. I'm meeting again. I meet with Matt Vansel every 2 or 3 weeks. And we've been talking about the next steps around Journey Quest. What does that look like? What should we be doing? And where should we be focusing our efforts? So, I mean, the answer is I don't have a perfect answer yet for Journey Quest Season 5. It's a little bit of a complex question because the project, it's very big, and it's very, very expensive. One of the challenges that we had with Journey Quest Season 4 originally was that when we crowdfunded it, we raised a pretty good sizable amount of money, but surprisingly, that much money actually wasn't what we needed to actually do the production. There was some thoughts that maybe we'll figure out alternate ways to um, cut costs in other areas so we can make it happen. And then, of course, COVID happened, and there was a lot of things that happened that changed the route of Journey Quest. So, in some ways, we need to figure out how to make 5 work. And do we need to do a 4 update? Is there things that we need to do for that story? That's something that Matt and I have been talking about. And so there are some things that we've been working through, but I don't have an answer yet. One of the things I want to commit to you is in 2026, we have a very clear answer on what that path is going to look like. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Rennie.
Yeah.
Our next question from over on YouTube. What about the Oracle question that some backers paid for in the Journey Quest 4 Kickstarter?
Yes. Another thing I brought up with Matt. So we will be working through those things and getting that done. We sort of have to sort of schedule time with them and then make that happen. So that is one of the, I called it the alternate digital rewards. So there's some physical rewards, which is merch. We have digital rewards, which are sort of the digital artifacts. And then there's the alternate digital things, such as what you just described, where we need to have some type of like reward that isn't necessarily merch or downloadable. So that's is targeted though as well.
Absolutely. You know, I am so grateful that you have been willing to come on here, give us all of this time. I actually have a question for you, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, what's your question?
So I'm curious about Talkie Orcs because season 1 is already done. Season 2 is almost done. That's coming out. Can you give us a little more about what exactly Talkie Orcs is? You mentioned animation. Is this what is this?
All right. Yeah. So if any of you have ever seen AFK's sort of Star Wars shorts, the For the Empire animated shorts, it was basically 2 stormtroopers and then their cadre of people who intersect their worlds. It's really sort of little skits with a single joke around them. It's just skits, it's a small skit, but in this case, it's 2 orcs like you would see in World of Warcraft or any other fantasy setting. And so these orcs are stationed out in a barren wasteland where there is a little bit of a base. It's not really a base. It's a small little base where these 2 and the commander and some other people are there. And it's sort of peacetime. The humans, the elves, the dwarves, the orcs, the trolls, they're sort of in a tentative peace. But like any tentative peace, there's always some challenges. And the reality is Ragnar and Bolgo, they don't want to fight. They're not interested. They would rather just sit around, drink some tea, read a good book, go down to the farmer's market, pick up some magic rings, but they're there and they're doing their job and they're very responsible. In some ways, I like to describe Talkie Orcs as, what if it was 2 World War II Royal Air Force pilots sort of sitting down outside the barracks between sorties, just sort of, talking about random stuff. And that's sort of Talkie Orcs, but it's always a skit. It's always something funny. It's a comedic bit. And that's what we have is Ragnar and Bolgo. Sometimes there's a witch doctor, sometimes the commander, sometimes there's a love interest. There's always something, but that's what Talkie Orcs is.
I love it. Another question for you. Do we see a tabletop RPG based on Journey Quest? Would that be possible?
Oh, the answer is 100% yes. Yes. If If you're interested in an RPG based upon Journey Quest, I think the question really is, should we be doing it in fifth edition, or is there a better system that we could be doing Journey Quest in, or should we be doing our own system? These are all three very, very complex questions. Obviously, being able to build a fifth edition version is probably a little simpler because we have a lot of tools already at our disposal. We also understand the Fate Core system, but that Fate Core system it might not be as suitable. I don't know. These are questions that I think people who are really awesome in that zone would be able to answer. But yes, I would actually love to do that. So I'd love to hear some
I think that
feedback
would
on
be
that.
great.
Yeah. What do you think, Lexi?
Oh, I know. I think that would be amazing. And you know me, I am a sucker for 5e,
Yeah.
D&D, for, Pathfinder, some of those systems, but an original system could be cool too.
Yeah. Yeah. Writing a game is as fun. It's exhilarating. Nathan Rice is such a skilled writer of games, and I'd be really tempted to hire him to do so. Uh, but we would have to sort of crowdfund that part of it. So there really would need to be a need. I think that it could happen, and I would love to do it. But I would need to sort of pay Nathan to build something from scratch. And I think Nathan would be perfect for it, right? Because he plays the gargoyle. Wouldn't it be great if it was like Roderick's RPG, Roderick's Guide to Role
Yeah.
Playing in the World of Journey Quest? That'd be awesome.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. So
In your slides, you mentioned in the merch that's coming this year, you had RPG listed. Is that an original something you have in mind, or something that already exists that is getting a restock?
Oh yeah, there's actually two. Right now there is a UDS role-playing game that we did pseudo release, but Ben's the one who wrote it, and Ben was deeply dissatisfied with some parts of it and asked me not to publish
Rennie,
it
we
yet.
lost you for a sec here.
Oh, hello, 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 hello. I'm here. Am I here now? Do you see me? Do you see me? Do you see me at all? Are you guys seeing me at all? Hello.
We may have
Okay,
lost
Rennie,
Rennie.
can you say something?
I'm testing 1, 2.
Yeah, I've
Testing,
lost your audio. One sec.
Okay.
Well, we seem to have lost some Rennie audio right now because, of course, this is live and we love technology. But I know some of the things
Testing.
that we are really excited about in terms of merch, RPG systems, RPGs, the ones that we have on our website already, on top of the new ones. We do have new things that we want coming out this year. I think 2026 for ZOE, something that Rennie and I have talked a lot about, is really trying to push the company forward. ZOE has done just absolutely incredible work. A little bit about me, the first ZOE thing I ever saw was Darkness Rising. And I saw that as a very, a teenager learning how to play D&D with my high school buddies. And that was one of my first introductions to any sort of media that made me think, oh, there's other people like me out there that enjoy this stuff. So,
Hello.
You're good.
ZOE has just done the most incredible stuff. And I know for 2026, like Rennie said, we want to hold on to that. We want to love what we've done. We want to push it forward. I personally am really passionate about, adding jewelry to our merchandise line and some of these other new things. But hey, Rennie, welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, so getting back to that RPG, just really quick, Ben just asked that I give them the opportunity to sort of do some refinement of that game. And then there is another RPG that we are working on tentatively, but it's not like something that's in the works that will be released in 2 or 3 months, right? In fact, it's likely not going to be ready for Gen Con. So that's hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah. And is there any association between ZOE and Matt Dinneman? He might be from Seattle and possibly going to Gen Con?
Matt Dinneman, no, not as far as I know. In fact, I hate to say, who's Matt Dinneman? I probably should know who Matt Dinneman is, right?
He is an author. Oh, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh, Dungeon Crawler
Oh,
Carl. Yes. Okay.
it's like,
Um,
wait, I know that.
yeah. So Dungeon Crawler Carl has an amazing base and has used BackerKit very successfully to make things happen.
We've
Man, I would
actually looked
love.
into a lot of that.
Yeah, I would love to have a partnership with Matt actually. And so if anybody knows Matt and Matt knows our stuff, man, I would hook me up. I'd love to talk with Matt and see how we could make some magic happen together.
He's near Seattle. We'll go grab some coffee. I
Yeah,
don't drink coffee, but I drink
but
tea.
great. Hey, so before we get into other questions, because we're getting to the top of the hour, I did want to talk about two more really cool things, because that's important to me. So back to my slide deck here. Um, we have a new thing. There's a brand new thing that's there's a brand new thing. That's Is that how's it going? Yeah, brand new thing. It's called Orpheus. What is Orpheus? Well, at the beginning of my talk here, I brought up who Orpheus was. Um, and Orpheus is, first thing, a world that we are building, and it is also a platform for you because, well, frankly, we want you to be able to access our movies using mobile devices and using your streaming devices. So, Orpheus at the very beginning is a video streaming tool that will allow you to have full access to all of our content. But Orpheus is way more than that. So, what we're going to be doing over the next year is building out a sort of an interactive world using our our technology, Orpheus, to allow you to not only stream videos, but you'll be able to have a better shop experience. You'll be able to have a single Orpheus account that syncs up with Discord, with our store, with other social media apps. And it will be where your subscription lies if you want to subscribe. It'll also allow you to participate in various games. So Orpheus is sort of a world, it's an experience. It's not about watching our movies, it's about you as a fan experiencing a world together. And so we are going to have mini games, we're going to have puzzle hunts, we're going to have interactive, what is it called? There's a term, it's called uh, crowd community enhanced live experiences is what it is. So we want to give you the tools where you can participate more dynamically with our live events. We are going to also be building out an SDK for those of you who develop so that you can also create applications that integrate into the world. So picture a world where you have a character who can play a mini game, you can earn gold, you can get treasures, you can get some rare items, and then your character has those items, and those items can be used in other games, sort of synced together. We have a whole series of little mini games planned that will integrate together into the Orpheus ecosystem. And we sort of are building this world where it's a little Zelda-like, where your avatar wanders around from village to village or from experience to experience, and you get to choose whether what type of character you are. There's this. It's a very fun experience. So the idea behind Orpheus is we want you to be actively involved in the building of the world. It's not just about watching our movies. It's about experiencing our movies through the games, through the achievements, through the community building. Essentially, the way I see it, and this is more of a pitch line, but Orpheus is sort of what happens when the stories stop being just what you watch and they start being something that you live and experience. We want you to be part of that story creating experience. in some ways, it's sort of an extension of what Ben had originally started with the Shared Cinematic Universe License Agreement, which was empowering creators to create things. But the challenge is not everybody wants to create a thing. But most everybody likes to play casual games. And so our goal is to make sort of this rich world of casual games and interactive experiences that you can do to interact with one another and to have fun. So that's Orpheus. But stage one, video streaming app. So we're going to be releasing this out shortly in probably the next 60 days, and so you can start watching your movies on your Android or iOS devices. So that's sort of a pretty exciting thing. Yeah, I'm sort of so here is sort of my logo that we created for Orpheus, and sort of the tagline for it. So that's sort of what's going on here, and we'll tell you more over the next couple of weeks, and we'll give you a very clear roadmap around what our SDK looks like, how you can develop apps for it, and what that agreement would look like, and how we can, as a community, build an amazing immersive experience. All right, that's all for my updates that way. Lexi, what about you?
I'm honestly just really, really excited about the app because again, I mean, one of the coolest things about Zoe that I've seen from day one since jumping into this is the fans. The fans are incredible, so involved, so passionate. And I love the opportunity to put forward something like this that just keeps encouraging that involvement and that community. And I think it's going to be great. It's been really cool watching you build this.
I'm really excited, to be honest with you. I've been having so much fun designing this, and then I threw out some stuff on the Discord. And by the way, folks, if you are doing any type of dev work or you're more curious about game design around this, you have ideas, this is a collaborative space and we can talk. I will be putting out a tiered license agreement for people who want to dev in the Orpheus world. And so if you have a cool game idea or you're working with something, let's talk about what that looks like. What does this look like, and how can we make this happen? Whoa.
Sorry.
Oh, one, I did notice there was a question around Strowlers, and is there any new Strowlers? And the answer is yes, there is. We actually have one more sort of series to release that we haven't, and Ben has been talking about doing more Strowlers. I would love to see that thing more developed, and I think that Strowlers and Orpheus can work really well together conceptually as well. So that's something we should talk about. And the one last thing about Orpheus, folks, TFN was a thing, and I'm really sad that it went away. But what I want to do is to be able to provide even better services. And right now we're focused more on Zoe properties and not other people's properties. But the goal is to provide worlds and abilities for other people to just play games, and they can learn more about Zoe stuff. They may or may not even watch the movies, but if they're playing cool games, maybe they're motivated to watch the movies. And then the goal would be to allow that revenue to also drive the creation of new content as well. So that's what we hope to see happen.
Absolutely. So again, thank you so much, Rennie, for your time. Thank you to the mods, to Jason for helping out tonight. Thank you for everyone who has been here, for submitting your questions, for listening, for participating, for being part of our Discord, our community, every aspect of Zoe. We exist because of you. And hopefully, Rennie, we can do more of these in the future.
You know what? You kick my butt and we'll make it happen.
Excellent. You all heard it here. I have permission.
You and me both. Also, thank you for the 1,000 bits, OP Rich.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, shoot. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And by the way, folks, I am sort of curious. We are streaming this across multiple platforms. We're talking about Twitch. We're talking about YouTube, Meta. And so the big question I have for you is this the way that you want to have? Do we want to have disparate communities, or should we have a more centralized place? I want to get that feedback. jump on our Discord, tell us what you think. We really want to get good feedback to make sure this experience is the best for you.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for being here. I think that's
Uh-oh.
okay. There was some insane noise happening in my neighborhood. I apologize. Um, Sometimes neighbors get very excited out here. I live out in the country, and very loud people get away with doing very loud things when you don't live near the city. Um, but it should be done now. But thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing night. Rennie?
Oh, I hope you have an amazing night, Lexi. Thanks for joining me. And folks, I'm really excited. I really cannot tell you how excited I am to see what's going to happen this year with all the new fun things. And by the way, we are looking forward. We're not looking back, but there are things from the past that we love that we want to bring forward. So let's continue to do that. And we'll talk more in a week or two.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Thanks for being here.
My made-up mind is unmaking.
Nobody has healing powers these days, and we could use a lot more people who did.
Look out!
She can heal him.
You can?
No, I can't.
There hasn't been a healing super in years.
Trying to know my place beyond a drop within a great big
It'll be ready in
pond.
plenty of time for Project Ring Around the Rosie.
I couldn't get the name out of my mind last night, so I spent all night digging around the darknet.